I was a whole week in my new beautiful apartment in a good neighborhood in Manhattan, and I was starting to get used to it. Moving was a big change for me. Nights on my expensive new mattress were not easy. I was missing nights on my terrible, broken sofa bed that I would wake up with my head turned to 90 degrees in respect to my body, in any possible and impossible direction. That night was the first night that I knew I will finally get a nice long sleep. It was the night before Thanksgiving. I was on my recliner with my earphones listening to my favorite music. 11 p.m. I decided to go to bed. I took off my earphones and surprise! The neighbor was having a party. I could hear loud music and their conversations. I'm not sure which one was louder, the music or their voices. I didn't want conflicts with my new neighbors, and I decided to try to find something enjoyable for me in this situation. Conversations, forget it. I couldn't understand the word, it was not in English. Maybe I could ignore their voices and could have a little fun with the music. I tried to follow it. I managed to sing some three notes and lost the thread. I tried again. No luck. I thought that I was not really concentrating on the music. I made an effort. One note, two, three, lost again. After a few trials, I was still staying optimistic on managing the situation. After all, I had some success in ignoring their voices. I was hopeful to ignore the music as well and to go to sleep. I got into my pajamas and with a forced smile went to bed. Good thing nobody could see my face. I might look funny with that smile, but my smile didn't last long. Soon my lips were pressed to each other from anger, and I was struggling to free up my lips to calm down and convince myself to sleep. There was another surprise. The music suddenly stopped, and the guests left. Wow! All the guests were gone in 2 minutes. I smiled with satisfaction and closed my eyes. It was 2:30 in the morning, but there was the third surprise waiting for me. 5 minutes later, I jumped in my bed because somebody was banging on the door so loudly that all 11 floors below us could hear that. I ran to my entrance door and shouted, "It is 3 o'clock! Stop! Shut up!" A drunken male voice answered, "Can I come in?" I said, "Shut up!" I was so loud that I'm sure neighbors could clearly hear my high-toned yell. To my surprise, he shut up. What a night, full of surprises. I smiled and got ready to sleep. But I was too naive to think that way. There were more surprises waiting for me. Don't do that, I heard the female voice. Okay. There was a woman also. That was kind of comforting, but hey, is he abusing her? I thought and tried to hear her. No, don't do that. I was wrong. Hey, the guy was drunken and horny. I pictured him touching her butt. Or maybe boobs? After all, a little while ago, he shouted back to me, "Can I come in?" Maybe he was touching her something else? Oh no, please, I don't want to hear them making love. I tried to prepare myself to ignore them again. Another surprise. A sudden silence. What was going on there? No sex? Hey, he was so horny. Did he lose his erection? Poor guy. From their voices, I could guess they were a young couple. Although I was happy for finally getting that desired silence, I was seriously worried for the young man. Another surprise. The silence lasted just 1 or 2 minutes. Now I could hear them talking with soft, calm voices. Okay, it was a quickie one. 1 or 2 minutes? Too short even for an oldie. And the one was so quiet. What was going on there? After all those promising, no, don't do that. She was that quiet during the sex? I was about to bang in the wall and shout, "Hey, try again, you deserve a real sex." In the meantime, their 3-minute conversation was over. Nice. Silence. I went to sleep. That day, I understood that living in an apartment house in Manhattan is some kind of community living. Hey, Manhattanites, you know what? The only way to have your privacy is to be quiet. Then nobody would guess what you are doing in your apartment. Let's be quiet.